bitches, welcome back to the channel. My name is Lucca, and today we are building yet another tiny home. This tiny home is built in Forgotten Hollow. I know, it's a little bit of a departure from what I usually build in, but I recently installed the Sunblind mod by Softer Haze. It's not really like a traditional mod that you put in your packages folder. It is basically some game files that they have changed, so it is very complicated, but I would definitely recommend checking it out if you're willing. It's very nice. It changes the lighting of the game so beautifully, and using it with reshade is just chef's kiss. But today I am building a tiny home, and I am building a solid black tiny home. I decided to do a little bit of a challenge today. Not really a challenge, because honestly this was so much fun, and I basically just made everything black. It's all dark, and I went with kind of a sort of a modern style. I really don't know how to describe this style, but it's quite modern. It's kind of contemporary. And yeah, it's solid black. It's very simple. I used references that I found on Pinterest just for the general kind of vibe. And I saw this really cool house where there was like a hallway that was connecting to like bigger parts of the house, but they were like, it was like separated with like a hallway that had a lot of glass so that you could like see outside. Like, I don't know, I can't really describe it. It was almost like a sunroom hallway that was outside. You know what I mean? So I kind of used that idea here, and yeah, that's kind of what this is. So the main, the front door leads into like the living space, like the living room, the kitchen, like that general vibe. And then you go through the hallway and it takes you to the bedroom, bathroom section. It's a pretty simple concept. It's one bedroom, one bathroom. There's nothing too complicated about it. But it was still a lot of fun to build this, especially here in Forgotten Hollow, where I don't really build a lot mainly because the lighting is kind of hard to build with because, it's kind of dim here. But with the Softer Haze mod, it did brighten it up a whole lot. So it was actually visible here. So definitely recommend checking that out. It really changed the game. But yeah, this home is kind of like a weird H shape, if you think about it. And I started by just kind of keeping it simple with just using some of the dark bricks there on one side and using this kind of paneling from the what is it called, the Eco Lifestyle pack. And I didn't use any custom content in this build today. I'm sure if I did use CC, it would have taken me an eternity, because there's honestly so much good CC, and like most, if not all, CC creators, when they make anything, they try to do as many swatches as you can so you have like every color variation. So it would have taken me a very long time because there would have been a lot to choose from. Here I used these, I'm not even sure what they're called. Do let me know in the comments if you know what they're called. I call them room dividers. That's the closest thing I can think of. I'm not sure what they're actually called, if there is like an actual name to them. I'm not really sure, but they're these vertical slats that are supposed to be used to kind of divide up rooms from city living. And I use them here on the front porch to kind of, give some separation without using like a fence, because sometimes, I don't know, I just feel like it's nice to change it up. And so I combined them with this spandreling from the Snowy Escape pack. There is a black swatch of that, and honestly it was kind of nice. It kind of made the front porch a little bit more cozy and a little bit more kind of sectioned off from the outside, and in combination with these vines that I used, the ivy, it's ivy, not vines, that just made it look really nice. I don't know. This may be a solid black tiny home, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to include lavender. Lavender is going to be in like every build that I do. That's just how it is. It's a rare time that I don't include lavender. It's a funny story. So obviously I love the song Lavender Haze by Taylor Swift. That's not where I got my love for using lavender in builds. No, it's just funny now because that's what I think of. But my favorite movie in the whole entire world is Practical Magic. My name that is on Twitter as well as on the gallery and all that stuff is Lucca Owens, and that's where the name Owens came from. Practical Magic. It's my favorite movie. I literally am like so obsessed with it. I bought a rear view mirror sticker that says "The Belladonna is in my bag." Yeah, I'm that obsessed. I love it so much. And I don't remember where I was going with this. Oh, the lavender. So at the end of the movie, Sally Owens is kind of going through this little monologue and talking about, you know, the love and the curse and just wrapping up the movie. And she was like, and there's always three things or whatever. She's like, plant lavender for luck, throw salt over your left shoulder, or throw salt at your gate. I don't remember. She said something about salt, but when she said plant lavender for luck, for some reason that always stuck with me, like, so well. And so every time I place down lavender in any of my homes, I just immediately hear her in my head being like, plant lavender for luck. I don't know. I want to get that tattooed or something. That'd be fun. Honestly, if I was to get a tattoo, it would have to be that, because Practical Magic is like the movie that has like etched itself in my brain. Like, it's genuinely such a good movie. I definitely give me any movies that y'all love in the comments. If there's like a movie that you watched growing up, or maybe it was a movie that just really stuck with you, like maybe the movie isn't even that good in hindsight. It's just a movie that you find a lot of comfort in. Practical Magic is one of the best movies ever made. So yeah, it's not a biased opinion. It's genuinely a great movie because it's all about family and love and all that stuff. Anyways, as you can see though, total tangent. I did this really cool little pond underneath the house. I thought that'd be kind of cool to make that hallway an actual bridge almost. I thought that was kind of cool. And I really love this fountain water. I don't know how to describe it. I love the water that I use because there's different waters in the game for pools and ponds and fountains. And I really, really love this one because it looks like it's got like leaves and like it looks like it's got like something about it, and it's just really naturey. And I feel like it's the most realistic looking one out of all of them, just because it's not like blue and shiny and sparkly, because the water isn't all the time like that. I'm also using the tool mod a lot in this build. I'm using it to kind of resize and adjust the height and everything of these string lights. These are actually debug items, or are they live edit items? They're live edit items. Yeah, they're from the Cottage Living expansion pack. I highly recommend them because they're very small and they just look realistic almost. Like, I don't know. They just look really good. And it did take a lot of messing around and going back and forth and just adjusting and everything. But I managed to get them looking good, and I like it a lot. It's just nice. I do move this around a little bit, but this back porch is kind of neat, because on one side it is a table, and on the other side, where the table is now, but it will be moved to the other side, but where the table is now is going to be sort of an extension of the bathroom. So they're going to have like a shower outside and a bathtub outside. I just love doing that. I don't know if it's just me loving nature, but just imagine having an outdoor shower. Oh, that'd be so nice. Just the breeze, especially in like a hot summer day. Oh my gosh, that sounds like fun. But yeah, I do that quite a bit in my builds. And plus it just looks really cool. Like, it just looks really neat. I just think it's really fun, and it's different. It's not what you normally see. So it's just, I don't know, it's fun. I was trying to find some like fountain pieces to put in this pond, but I really couldn't find anything that I liked that was solid black. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go with some candles. You can't go wrong with candles. That's one thing about my builds, and I'm pretty sure most people are like this too in the Sims community. We love candles, we love plants, we love curtains. That's really, if you give us a kit that is just curtains, oh my god, do you know how incredible that would be? An entire curtain kit, like the curtain call kit or something like that, that would be so great. Or just a candles kit, curtains and candles kit. Hello, EA, come on. If you're gonna make these kits, do a curtain and candle kit. Call it fire hazard kit, because those together, not great. Anyways, yeah, just would love to see that. But here I'm doing some more landscaping. Obviously I wasn't going to do solid black with just the landscaping too, because that's impossible. So I stuck with like purples and this dark red, like this dark red tree. I think it's from Get Together. It's from the Windenburg like world items. Beautiful trees, and honestly they fit so well in this world because Forgotten Hollow is kind of darker. It's like a vampire world, which I really want to do a kind of like period piece, how do you describe it? A historical house in Forgotten Hollow. I keep wanting to say Forgotten Grotto. I'm sorry if I pause weirdly, but yeah, I would love to build a historically accurate house. That'd be really fun. Like, I don't know, just do let me know if I should do that. That sounds like a really fun idea. I put a pergola outside. Looks really nice. I do love this pergola an awful lot. It's from the base game. It was an item that we got added into a patch. I love it. I just love the colors. It's got the red flowers on this swatch too, so it fits perfectly. The landscaping did take me quite a while by the looks of it. Yeah, it did. It was one of those things that like landscaping is very like, it's very unplanned and very like scattered sometimes. And yeah, it's something. Let me tell you, it's something. Because sometimes it's my least favorite thing to do. Because sometimes I get so excited about furnishing a house that the landscaping is the last thing I want to do. And sometimes it is the last thing I do, and sometimes it's the thing I never do because I hate it sometimes. But at this point, I was like, okay, I really just want to start furnishing this house. So it did seem kind of rushed towards the end because I was so over it. But yeah, I managed to give them a little, outdoor space to just enjoy the nature. Forgotten Hollow is a really beautiful world, I will say. It's a small world, of course. It's literally just one neighborhood and 5 lots. It's pretty straightforward, cut clean, but it's a beautiful world nonetheless, and I really can appreciate it. It was one of those worlds that when we got it, I really just fell in love with it. It was just so nice. It's a lot darker originally, of course, but it's nice. I really like it. Are there any worlds in The Sims that you just really, really love to build in? Forgotten Hollow definitely is becoming a new favorite, but I would say probably one of my favorite worlds to build in is Windenburg, just because Windenburg is so big. There's just so much you can do in Windenburg. It's beautiful. There's just so much. It's a great world. I also am a pretty big fan of Strangerville lately. I really would like to finish fill up Strangerville with my own builds. I kind of have some ideas. I have quite a few ideas actually. I'm very excited. And also Del Sol Valley. I really started to fall in love with that world. I just started playing around in that world with my throuple of Sims. Go check out those videos if you haven't. I did some building and some gameplay here and there, but yeah, I really, really like that world. It's really realistic, at least in that one neighborhood. It's the only thing about that pack. The only thing about Get Famous, the only thing about Del Sol Valley is there's like no lots barely. Like there's 3 neighborhoods, and 2 of them, like the one neighborhood is an acting area. It's specifically community lots. It's like the city. And then there's the mansion area, and then there's the street that's like a normal residential street, but there's only 3 lots on that entire street, and it's so disappointing. The lots themselves are beautiful. The area is gorgeous, but it's one of those worlds that I will play in for a little bit, but then I won't want to play in it after a while. Like I will do it for just like one household or something for a while, but they'll probably move eventually. Yeah, it's unfortunate because like a world like Windenburg, for example, it's endless. Like there's so many different styles that you can play in with Windenburg, because you've got your countryside area, which is very like, in the country, woods and the mountains. Then you've got your island, which is very like islandy kind of, sort of like UK European beach vibes. And then you've got the more city area that's like kind of the villagey kind of area. So there's like Tudor houses and, historical looking places. And then you've got the other community area, which is the more modern and urban side of the city. And it's just, there's so much. And then you have the special lots, which you've got the bluffs, and then you've got the, one place, the ruins, and then you've got gosh, you just have so much in that world. And it's sad seeing other worlds be small, but you could also use the tool mod to add different things to different worlds. So that's one thing you could do. But yeah, I'm just working on some bits and bobs here in the interior. The kitchen is looking really nice. It's very dark, of course, because it's all black. But I will say it is kind of a challenge to furnish in all black, because you want the black swatches to match, because sometimes it's a dark gray, and the dark gray is fine, but sometimes it's a little bit too cool toned or a little bit too warm toned, and it just doesn't really look good together. But I think I did a pretty good job. The flooring, especially in this house, I think it's the flooring from Get Famous. It's that kind of Wild West flooring. I think it works pretty well because it has all the different shades of black in it, so it helps kind of tie everything together, sort of. I also use the sliding doors from Snowy Escape just because they're really pretty, honestly. Not anything really matches style-wise in this house. It's just kind of an eclectic, kind of modern vibe. That's really it. It's not really specifically one style, and I really, really like that about it. I've been trying to do that in my builds quite a lot lately. It's just, I don't know, it just gets kind of boring being like, okay, so today we're doing a suburban, a simple traditional suburban home, and that's it. But it's just fun to experiment and to just mix and match different styles, and these kinds of solid color build challenges really do help with that. They really, really do. Like, they force you to use items that you may not have used before, like these lights here that are on the wall there. They're really cool. I've used them before, but I never really gotten the chance to use them all the time, and so I use them here, and they just added a lot of character and light here in the living room, and it's really cool. But yeah, I used the sectional sofa there. I made it just a little sofa with a chaise. Is it a chase? Is it a chaise, or is it a chase? Or is it a chase? How do you pronounce that? For the love of God. I think it's a chase. It sounds right, but is it a chase or a chaise? I don't know. Do let me know in the comments. It's going to be like one of those like live mode, discussions. How everyone's like, how do you say it? And people just put it in the comments. I say live mode. I don't know. But yeah, this home is available on the Sims 4 gallery. All you have to do is search for my username, Lucca Owens. It is LuccaOwens. It is Owens as in Sally Owens in Practical Magic. Once again, we're going to talk about that. No, we're not. I could, but this is the bedroom. The bedroom has the desk, a nice little desk work area. And then there's going to be a bathroom as well here. And I really love this desk area. It is so nice. I used these curtain rods from the Desert Oasis kit to kind of make these curtains look right, and I'm obsessed. Looks so good, and plus the desk has full view of just the neighborhood, and it's just really sunny in here. And honestly, this is just my favorite part of the house. It's so good. I would love to have a space like this where I have lots of windows. Thankfully, in my office I do have our office, we do have windows. We have multiple windows in this room, which is really good. It brings in a lot of light. It's nice. It's nice having light, because natural light is always better, because it just makes you happy and it makes you feel good. I love this dresser here, this wardrobe. It's from the movie Hangout stuff pack. It's solid black. I love that. It's so cool. And I used it with just some other things that kind of looked good with it. And honestly, really, really love this. It's so fun to see this build, because even though it's solid black, it's so full of light. I also used this trick here to hide the bottom two paintings of this one like collage of paintings, and it looks really cool. I really like that. That's such a neat little detail, I think. But yeah, I think, if I'm not mistaken, is that Johnny Zest? I'm not sure. It looks like the pompadour hair, but it kind of does look like Johnny Zest. I need to go into my game and see who that is, because that's who it looks like to me. I used the new paneling from the book note kit. I thought it looked really nice in there. It's just a simple, clean kind of, wood paneling. It's kind of nice, honestly. It's I don't really see myself using it a lot for mini builds, but something like this, it works really well. But yeah, I'm just finishing up the bathroom here, and then I'm going to be, you know, doing a few things out on the back porch. But yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. Do let me know in the comments down below what you think. And if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It really does help out my channel whenever you would do that. Any kind of interactivity that y'all do to the channel really does help me out. And also consider hitting the like button as well. Really helps me. But yeah, that is everything. I hope y'all enjoyed it and all that good jazz. I hope y'all have a good rest of your day, evening, morning, night, you know, sunrise. I don't know what you're doing, but yeah, that's everything. Thank you all so very much for watching. Stay weird, and I will speak to y'all next time. Goodbye, witches.